Hey guys, so if you're watching this video and you're a subscriber of mine, you're like, why are you posting a video on internet safety? Basically I was on Marathon and Catfish, and my mom and I were having a talk about YouTube safety, and this kind of sprouted. So this is how not to be an idiot on the internet. As I'm watching Catfish, I'm just so blown away that someone can pull this off, because in my mind, if I'm talking to someone over the internet, I'm like, okay, we are G+ing, we are Skype chatting, we are doing something with visual, that I can see your face and I know you are not an old man trying to kill me. And I mean, I check other social media. I mean, if the person has a Facebook, look through their friends. See if the friends make sense. Because, like, I mean, if you're gonna fake a Facebook account, it's kind of harder to get friends than it would be in general. And make sure they make sense, like there's in a congregated area. Like if the person's from Texas, see if they have people from Texas in their friends. You know, just things like that like are common sense to me. And I mean, I'd say like 80% of children, like teens, obviously, have more than one social media aspect if they have a social media to begin with. And I mean, I have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, I have like Tumblr, I have all these things. And it's so easy to make sure that I'm a real person by just either watching me right now, because I mean, it's kind of hard to fake this. I mean, I'm sure people can, but I mean, with that, and then you verify it with Google Plus video or Skype video or even like FaceTime, you know, things like that you can verbally talk with the person and like you can talk back and there's no delay, there's no like having time to chat up an answer and think these things through, and just safety people. And B, like I said, the social media, it's so easy to tell if it's fake. Because I mean, like if you go through the person's friends, if they have like 3 friends, they're probably just a fake account that made other fake accounts and added themselves as friends to those fake accounts. So I mean, it's just things like that, like look at the date that it was established, look at the date that, just things like that wouldn't add up normally. Think about them, because I mean, there are creepy people on the internet and you kind of have to protect yourself. And my mom and I kind of had this like big disagreement when I started YouTube, because she's like, it's not safe, you're gonna end up getting kidnapped. I'm like, Mom, I'm talking to a video screen, not even a video screen, my like computer, about books. What's going to happen? And it's not like I'm going to be like, hey, I live at this address, why don't you come kidnap me and rape me and all this fun stuff. That's not what's going on. We're talking about books here. And if it gets to the point that like either like authors want to send you books or something like that, I send them to my dad's work, because I'm like, I don't want anyone having my home address, because like I don't want to be killed. I mean, if you have a parent that works and like they don't mind having packages sent to them, just send it through them. And you know, I mean, if your parents don't know about this, it's probably not the best idea for them to be sending it to you anyways to begin with. And I mean, especially if you're under 18, there's like so many safety things that you have to think through, and there's so many like bad things that could happen in this world. And I know a lot of people are like, oh no, we'll be fine, but you have to be cautious in these things. And not only cautious, but I mean, if I don't even know what to say here. It's just, don't be stupid. And the other thing that my mom had like concerns about is like, it's public, it's always going to be there. I mean, when colleges are looking at you and stuff like that, they could find that. When you're friends, they can find that. I mean, when you're creating a YouTube, you have to think these things through, obviously. Yeah, you have to think, okay, this content is going to be on the internet forever. No matter if I delete it or public it or private it, it's going to be there. So think that through before you hit that upload button. Then second, I mean, just bad comments. I mean, people are trolls sometimes and like to leave bad comments or dislike your video, which I think YouTube should totally get rid of. And I don't know, like bad comments, you can deal with them. You can block the user. You can just be like, hey, I don't really appreciate that comment. If you leave another one, I will block you. Simple as that. Another thing I see that is so like obvious to me, but people don't think these things through, is don't wear your school's like name or shirt on your shirt while you're filming a video. I've had friends that did this in the past, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you're gonna have Hendersonville High School, this is the high school that Taylor Swift went to, Tennessee, by the way, on your t-shirt, and you're gonna be like, hey, I go to this school. That's really stupid. Because I mean, even if you're not at that school anymore, it's so easy to find people through that. And just think that through. Think of what you're wearing. Think of like, if you're wearing something like, if you don't want people to know what state you're in, don't wear an Ohio State like hoodie or a hat or anything like that. I mean, think about what you want to reveal at first. I mean, some people are fine like being like, hey, I live in Dallas, Texas. Other people are like, I live in Texas. Other people are like, I live in the United States. You know, just certain different things that you have to think through what you're going to say. Otherwise, you're going to confuse yourself and make it more easy for people to find you. So I think the moral of this story is just be cautious. Like I said, look into things. Obviously, there are good people that are on the internet and there are bad people, just like there are good people in real life and bad people in real life. So I hope you got something out of this and makes you a little bit more cautious. I will talk to you guys in another video. Bye!